tell you? It's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
That was a wallpaper.
To have them guys come out.
Nick's Pizza, 164.
I might come sit with you.
Get angry out there!
I'd rather check.
Yeah, just text me.
Okay, great.
30-year fixed rate.
Newburyport Media would like to thank the following sponsors without whom the coverage of high school sports would not be possible. Institution for Savings, who also sponsors the Player of the Game. Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant. Pentucket Medical. Appleton Eye Associates. Newburyport 5-Cent Savings Bank. Port City Sandwich Company. And Nick's Pizza, who also is the Feed the Crew sponsor. Port Media greatly appreciates their support. If you are interested in sponsoring local programming, contact me, Sarah Hayden, at 978-961-0350.
I look at the flag during the anthem. It's just still motionless, no wind at all. A nice clear night. Field's in good shape. Much better than the last couple weeks we were kind of cold doing the games outside at Stoneham and Bedford. But this game here would be interesting. Triton's got a record of 5-4. Newburyport 4-5. Newburyport beat Triton during the regular season 1913 at Triton, and that was a very exciting game. And so Clippers going to be kicking off right now. Brandon Trego to kick off.
And back to receive the deep receivers, DeRocher and Luke Boyle. Luke Boyle picks it up right around the 20-yard line. He's at the 30, he's at the 40, and the 45. He's at the 50, down to the 40, and he's taken down inside the 40-yard line to the ball popped loose. There's a scramble for it on the far side of the field. Triton indicating that they have it. In any event, the ball is going to be spotted right around the Newburyport 33-yard line. And it is going to be Triton ball.
Triton ball.
Boy, what an exciting opening kickoff.
Yeah.
Luke Boyle making that nice run back.
He had a nice return on that. Then when he fumbled the ball, but was covered by Triton. So they're going to start off with a Newburyport 34-yard line. That was a 50-yard return, 49-yard return for Boyle.
All right, just underway here at World War Memorial Stadium. Second time that these two teams have met this season. We'll get into that a little bit more as the game progresses. So Whitman is the quarterback, Brad Whitman. He's out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws to his right. The pass is complete, and a big hit. Justin Cashman making the reception, and a big hit by Jonathan Bajeko. Took him down right away. So a gain of about 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 7 for Triton. They have the ball at the Newburyport 30-yard line. On the near side of the field, 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. The low in the back is Justin Spillane. He's going to be a workhorse. And Brad Whitman hangs on to it. He runs left, and he gets the ball over the 30 down to about the 28. Just underway at World War Memorial Stadium. It's a 3rd down play that's going to be coming up for the Triton Vikings. They have the ball at the Newburyport 28-yard line. As they check over to the far side of the field. I tell you, Triton has really had a fantastic season compared to how things have been the last previous few years.
Yeah, they've opened the ball offensively. They're averaging 25 points a game and only allowing 14. So they've got a good offense and a good defense. Oh, nice defense there by the Clippers.
Yes, they handed the ball off to Spillane, who tried to go up the middle, but he was smothered by the Newburyport defense. Taken in by Matt Hayden and also Drew Beaupre. 9:20 to go here in the first quarter of play. No score. Just underway at the World War Memorial Stadium. The Triton Vikings taking on the Newburyport Clippers. It is 4th and 6 to go for the Vikings. They have the ball at the Newburyport 28-yard line. They're going to go for it as they go back. Whitman gets pressured, gets the ball up in the air, and it falls incomplete.
Nice pursuit by Beaupre for the Clippers. Put a lot of pressure on him.
Matt Stack had got his fingers on that ball. He was hoping to intercept. He was a little upset with himself, but that would have been quite the feat for Matt Stack, his senior, to get an interception. But that didn't happen, so they turn the ball over on downs. Newburyport has the ball. They'll start it out at their own 29-yard line with 8:55 to go in the first quarter of play. No score. Newburyport Clippers have a couple of receivers on the right-hand side, one on the left, the near side. Backs are in the I formation. The quarterback is Mike Shea. Shea hands the ball off. The Clippers run it straight ahead. Coming up with it is Green.
Yeah,
Peter Green. So Green coming up with a nice return, a nice run, initial run on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4 for Newburyport. They have the ball spotted at the Newburyport 41.
36.
Backs again in the I formation. You have Northey and Green are the backs. And they fake the handoff, and Shea fell down to his knees, and that stopped the play right there.
Lost of 3 yards, and that go back to the 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Pat Moran for the Vikings put the touch on him just to make sure. But he fell down to his knees, and he knew that was it.
Yeah, he looks like he bobbled the snap up as he was moving back, and as a result, the play got all messed up. And
so that'll make it 3rd and 7 for Newburyport with the ball at their own 33-yard line. 7:47 to go in the first quarter of play. Backs are in the I formation. 2 receivers split, 1 on each side. There's the snap. Shea fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, puts it up in the air, and it is caught right around the 40-yard line. Nice catch by Drew Bordeaux. He jumped up in the air to catch that one, but I don't think it was enough for a first down.
He didn't get a good spot on that either. I thought it was a bit closer than that. I didn't think he made it, but I thought he was a little closer than that.
Yeah, he made the catch in the air, and then the defender pushed him back a little bit, and that's where they spotted the ball. Generally, though, don't they put it at the
where you caught the ball
at the furthest forward point? So it's 4th and 1. The Clippers are going to punt, and the punt rolls down, and it bounces at the Triton 40-yard line, gets a Newburyport roll, and it stops inside the 25 to about the 23. And with 6:49 to go in the first quarter of play, no score between Newburyport and Triton. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football live on the Legends, WNBP. All right, we're back at World War Memorial Stadium with the Newburyport Clippers and the Triton Vikings meeting for the second time this season. First time was in Byfield, and that was quite the game. We'll talk about that a little bit more as the Vikings had the ball. 6:48 to go in the first quarter of play, and a flag thrown, illegal procedure. Looks like James Wood was making some extra motions that he shouldn't have done.
Yeah, that'll put it back 5 yards, make it 1st and 15 from the 18.
So it's 6:48 to go in the first quarter of play. Ball inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 15 with the ball at the Triton 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Whitman takes the snap, runs to his right, tucks it in, and he tries to fall forward to about the 25. See where they'll put the spot. Matt Hayden on the tackle. With 6:35 to go in the first quarter of play, no score. They'll spot the ball right at the 25. The Triton 25, so that'll make it 2nd and 9. Going off the field, Nick DeRocher. Oh, no, he's not going off. He's just lining up on the far side of the field. He's the wide receiver. As Whitman gets set, out of the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, puts it up in the air to the far side to DeRocher. DeRocher caught the ball inside the 25-yard line, but he got taken down right away. Tough Newburyport defense. In on the tackle is Bajeko. Beaupre was there as well. 5:50 to go in the first quarter of play. No score between Newburyport and Triton. Triton Vikings had the ball. It's 3rd and 11, and they have the ball at the Triton 22-yard line. 2 receivers on the near side right. Backs are split. There's the snap. Bad snap, but Whitman picks it up, puts the ball up in the air, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended for Nick DeRocher on the far side of the field, right in front of the Triton bench. So that brings up a 4th down play for the Vikings. 5:20 to go in the first quarter of play here at World War Memorial Stadium. And both teams have shown some bursts of power, but both teams have also shown that the offense stalls out a little bit. So we would call that inconsistent.
Yeah. So far, the defenses have been playing the strong part of the game.
So the Vikings are going to punt, and there's the punt by Rogers, Ellsworth Rogers, and it's caught by the Clippers right around the 50-yard line. Coming up with it was Drew Bordeaux. So 5:13 to go in the first quarter of play. No score between Triton and Newburyport. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football live on the Legends, WNBP. They have the ball at the Triton 49-yard line with 4:42 to go in the first quarter of play. No score. 2 receivers on the far side right. Shea takes the snap. He gets pressured, puts the ball up in the air. It's caught right around the line of scrimmage, but no gain for the Newburyport Clippers. Jonathan Bajeko on the receiving end.
You could see Triton blitzing on that, and the Clippers had to hustle that one to get the ball off, but no gain. So it'd be 3rd and 8.
5:14 to go in the first quarter of play. Ball right at the 50-yard line. Hey, we want to wish the Newburyport High School girls soccer team the best of luck in their championship game tomorrow.
Yeah, they're playing Grafton tomorrow.
Granby, I think it is.
Is it Granby? I thought it was Grafton. Oh, okay.
That could be a regional school. I'm not sure about the western side of things. But there's the snap as Shea runs around to the near side, 50-45, and he gets run out of bounds before he gets into the around the 40-yard line. But they say he went out right around the 45.
Yeah.
Not enough for a first down. So they spot the ball at the Triton 45-yard line with 3:44 to go in the first quarter of play, and no score. So Luke Boyle is the lone receiver for the Vikings. He's back to receive the punt from Trago for Newburyport. Trago gets the kick from about the 45, and it comes down to the 15. Oh, he fumbled, and he went down. The ball popped loose, and I think that they'll rule it still a Triton ball. No, Newburyport's indicating they got it. And not quite sure what happened. It looks like Boyle is hurt. He made that catch, and then he fell awkwardly, and the ball popped loose. Newburyport jumped on top of it, and it looks like Boyle, the returner, Luke Boyle, got hurt. He tried to get up, and he fell right down. The medical staff is over helping him out. And now he's up on his feet, and he is walking off. And now he's running off. So let's hope that he's okay, because he's an important part of this Triton Viking football team. 3:33 to go in the first quarter of play. No score here at World War Memorial Stadium. Windhaven along with Richie Eaton, Matt Knight, our engineer at the studio. And it's 1st and 10 for Newburyport as they recover that fumble. And now there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Yeah, Clippers call a timeout.
Well, there's been a lot of action, but it's kind of been a strange game so far.
Yeah, this is a good scoring position now for the Clippers on the 20-yard line. See if they can capitalize on this turnover.
I thought that when he went down and his knee touched the ground, I thought that was it, but I guess...
He might not had possession when he went down. That's the only thing I can guess. I didn't see how close it was.
All right, well, there's the snap, and Newburyport runs the ball straight ahead. Coming up with the call, that was Peter Green.
Yeah, it looks like he picked up about 1 yard. It'd be 2nd and 9 at the 19.
So the Clippers have the ball in the red zone here at World War Memorial Stadium. 2nd and 9 with 3:15 to go in the first quarter of play. Newburyport trying to bounce back following their game against Stoneham last week, where they jumped out to an early lead, but they couldn't hang on to that.
Yeah, Stoneham's defense really stiffened up in the second half, and Triton tried to bounce back and lost to Hamilton Wenham.
Clippers have two receivers on the near side left. Backs are in the I formation. Shea takes the snap, pitches it out. Oh, it's a loose ball covered up by Newburyport. Oh, Triton's in there too. Let's see who they give it to.
I think Newburyport's got it. Beaupre recovered it.
Beaupre was on it. Right there as well was Pat Moran for Triton. But Beaupre got to it first. So they lose a bunch of yardage on that. And they spot the ball at the Triton 26-yard line with 2:23 to go in the first quarter of play. And now it's going to be 3rd and about 15.
Clippers just haven't got organized offensively. We got a bunch of blitz here because they've been putting a little pressure on Shea.
All right, Shea takes the snap, goes to his right. Now he hangs on to it, and he gets taken down inside the 25. Nice tackle by Moran. And they are going to set the ball up at about the Triton 22-yard line with 1:53 to go in the first quarter of play. Still no score. It's going to be 4th and about 12 for Newburyport. So Shea gets the play from the sideline. And let's see what they end up doing here.
It's an obvious pass situation, but let's see what happens.
And split on the wide left is Tyler Terrian. There's the handoff, and Shea puts the ball up in the air. It's caught right at the 10-yard line. Over to the 5, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Drew Bordeaux.
Nice play that time for the Clippers. Bordeaux cut across the middle.
1:13 to go in the first quarter of play, and that pass to Bordeaux, and he ran to his right, and then he cut to his left into the end zone.
A 22-yard touchdown pass.
So Newburyport has now taken a 6-0 lead. Trago is going to go for the extra point right now. Clippers get set. There's the snap. They set. The kick is up, and it is good. 1:13 to go in the first quarter of play. The score is Newburyport 7, Triton nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football live on the Legends, WNBP.
Hi there, Robert Bentley.
Michael, good job! Way to go, Michael! Let's go, Mark! Next! Here we go, North! Come on, slip in! Keep going! Right away, Bowie! Change your lane, boys! Change your lane!
There you go. The kick goes down to about the Triton 10-yard line, picked up by the Vikings, and they bring the ball up to about the 25-yard line. Popping up with it is Luke Boyle. Nice to see him back out on the field.
Yeah, he recovered quickly. That's good to see.
So 1:06 to go in the first quarter of play, and Triton has the ball at their own 25-yard line. They find themselves trailing now 7-0. Still plenty of time. So let's see what they do with the single back. That is Justin Splain. We haven't seen much of him yet here in the first quarter, but there's the handoff to Splain, and he tries to go up the middle, and he gets hit right away and stopped. In on the tackle of Drew Beaupre. Beaupre made the first hit, and he held him. So it's going to be a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 for Triton with the ball at their own 24-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter of play. So Whitman talking things over with his teammates, just trying to make sure everybody's on the same page, down to 32 seconds and counting. There's the snap, and they fake the handoff, and they give it to Boyle, who gets nailed as he tries to run into the middle. In on the tackle, Dylan Guthrow. And I wouldn't be surprised if Beaupre was there, too.
Boy, Clippers have been all over fighting right now on the defense. That puts it back to 22.
And that pretty much could be the final play here in the first quarter as the clock winds itself down. And that is it. So time has run out here in the first quarter of play with the score, Newburyport 7 and Triton nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football live on the Legends, WNBP.
It's one of the largest hardware stores in New England.
We are pleased to host our guests from Triton Regional High School. The competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Massachusetts School Athletic Association. Cheerleaders, officials, and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping the game at a high level of fair team hosting competition. Good luck to both teams. Law prohibits drinking or possession of alcoholic beverages on school grounds. Tired already? We appreciate your attention to this matter. And following this program is brought to your attention as police officers on duty. Please don't stand and smell the law prohibits.
None for you. Yeah, I got it from him.
Rules such as gun fight, persons running down the students is unacceptable. It's necessary that persons involved in this Newburyport High School.
Along with Richie Eden, Matt Knight, our engineer, and we have completed one quarter with Newburyport leading 7-0 over the Triton Vikings.
A strong defensive game so far for both teams. Newburyport only had 34 yards of offense, but the big break was the fumble recovery. And I think this is going to be complete. Yeah, nice catch by Justin Cashman.
Boy, Cashman made that catch right in front of the Newburyport bench. The Newburyport Clippers saying that he was out of bounds. Chance Carpenter over there.
Oh, they're going to overrule it. Oh, now they said it's incomplete.
Huh.
Well, incomplete. Wow.
So
nice catch by Cashman, but one referee called it inbounds, the other one called it out of bounds, and so Triton left a punt.
So, yeah, that sets up a situation of 4th and 12 for Triton. They had the ball at their own 23-yard line with 10:51 to go here in the second quarter. So a punting situation. Ellsworth Rogers is back to do the punting. Rogers will get the punt off from about the 10-yard line. And there's the snap, and they put some pressure on him, but he was able to get the punt off, and is caught by Pacheco at the Newburyport 40, and he is taken down right away. So Max Madden on the tackle, and Newburyport will have the ball inside their own 45-yard line. They spot it at the Newburyport 42 with 10:40 to go here in the second quarter play, and the Clippers have a score of 7-0. They are in the lead. Now somebody who's back, we've seen him play some really good football, but he's also been hurt too, Chance Carpenter.
Yeah, he had a big 50-yard run against Triton in the game at Triton.
And he's in the backfield along with Peter Green. All right, Shea gets set. Here's the 1st and 10 snap, and they hand it to Carpenter, who drops the ball right away, and he stooped over to pick it up, and he recovered the fumble. So he was taken in by Pat McManus. He was down by McManus inside the 40-yard line. So it's going to be a second down play coming up for Newburyport. 10:18 to go in the second quarter. Newburyport leading 7-0. Boy, you're out for quite a few games, and then you get the handoff and you drop it.
The timing is everything, yeah. It's just interesting when that first quarter, Newburyport had a total of 34 yards. Triton had 6 yards.
Huh.
Didn't expect that. So both defenses have played well so far. As we mentioned, the turnover, Clippers capitalized on the turnover.
All right, backs are in the I formation. Shea takes the snap. They fake the handoff to Carpenter. Shea's getting chased, and he runs out of bounds on the far side of the field. So that'll bring up a third down for the Newburyport Clippers with the ball at the 37-yard line. The Newburyport 37, 9:42 to go in the second quarter.
No gain, 3rd and 15.
So it's a defensive battle here at World War Memorial Stadium early in the stages of tonight's ball game. We have championship football tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. Pentucket taking on Bedford.
That should be an interesting game. We've seen both teams play this year, and yeah, that'd be a good game. Good one to watch. They got some good running attack for both teams.
And that's going to be at Pentucket.
Yeah, Pentucket. That's a 1:30, is it? Right?
1:30, yeah. So a couple of good things going on. And, of course, you have Amesbury playing tonight. They are hosting Winthrop tonight.
Yeah, Amesbury and Winthrop.
I'll always remember that football game you and I did in Winthrop.
Yeah, that was
the trip
the
getting
turnover
there.
game. Yeah, the trip getting, but all the turnovers. I think Newburyport turned about 6 or 7 times they turned over that game, and I think Winthrop won less, but Newburyport won the game.
Well, there's a pass, a screen pass from Shea, and the pass is complete on the far side of the field, and the receiver's bumped out of bounds. Nice catch to Chance Carpenter.
It's a first down, though.
So enough for that. No, they say he stepped out of bounds right around the 48. So it's going to be 4th and about 4 for Newburyport with the ball at the Newburyport 48-yard line with 9:33 to go in the second quarter of play. Well, I'd say Chance Carpenter's back in the ball game now. You know, made a run, he's made a catch. So he's done the cycle. He's a little upset with himself for not being able to stay in bounds. There's the snap, a high snap, but Trago gets it and punts it, and it comes down right around the 20-yard line. Trago got the kickoff from about the 35. So it's going to be Triton ball, and they will start it out this drive at their own 19-yard line with 9:19 to go in the second quarter of play. So Newburyport leading 7-0 on a nice pass completion. And Triton trying to even it up right now. It's 1st and 10 for the Triton Vikings at their own 19-yard line. 9:19 to go in the second quarter of play. Out of the shotgun is Brad Whitman. Whitman takes the snap, and he hands it off to Splain, who runs right, and he gets stopped. May have picked up about 2 yards. So that'll bring up a second down play for the Triton Vikings. You know that Splain, and once he gets untracked, he can carry a team too.
Oh yeah, he's a strong runner. He leads the area in rushing.
So it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Triton Vikings. They have the ball at their own 21-yard line. As they get set, out of the shotgun is Whitman. 2 receivers split to the far right. Whitman hangs on to it, runs right, and he gets the ball over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Not enough for a first down.
A 6-yard pickup. Talk about Spillane. He's got 925 yards going into this game today, so we need 75 yards for the game to reach 1,000.
1,000's the magic mark in high school, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, look at that anywhere. College, pros, everything, 1,000 yards.
Talking about records, Joe Clancy's closing in on wrapping up his college career.
Yeah, one more game tomorrow, and he's finished. I think he holds all the records at Merrimack now. Pass play.
And, the pass is complete. It goes over to Jack Germanara. He bobbled it around, but he was able to hang on to it. But he wasn't able to get any yardage with it. So that's going to come up with a 4th down play for Triton. And really no gain on that one.
4th and 2.
So Ellsworth Rogers is back to punt for the Triton Vikings with 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Newburyport leading 7-0. And Rogers will get the punt off from about the 15-yard line. Pacheco is back to receive for Newburyport. There's the snap, a roll over to Rogers, and he gets the kickoff and takes a high bounce.
Nice.
Now it gets a nice Triton bounce, and is going to come to rest right around the Newburyport 30-yard line with 7:05 to go in the second quarter. So the Newburyport Clippers are going to be starting this drive out at their own 30. It'll be 1st and 10 with 7:05 to go. Newburyport leading 7-0. Our engineer, Matt Knight, by the way, is going to be helping out with the Fill the Cruiser drive in Amesbury coming up next weekend. That'll be nice on Saturday.
That's always a good effort. Both police departments do that and raise some good vegetables for the pantries, the food pantries in the area.
So that one is going to be going for our neighbor's table. Newburyport Police will do one in a couple of weeks. There's the ball, the handoff over to the Clippers. They break it through to the 40 and inside the 35-yard line. A nice run by Peter Green as Green broke loose there. And a first down and some big yardage for Newburyport. They spot the ball inside the Triton 35 at the 33-yard line with 6:55 to go in the second quarter of play.
33-yard run.
Boy, that one, he went up the middle, and then he broke loose.
It's a 33-yard line, right?
Yep, right at the Triton 33-yard line. Backs are in the I formation. You have Northey and Green, and there's the pitch over to Northey on the far side. He cuts down the field, and he gets the ball to about the 25-yard line to the Triton Vikings. So they'll spot it right there with 6:23 to go in the second quarter of play. On the far side of the field, that's where they spot it, and it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Newburyport Clippers.
Yeah, that run by Green, 36 yards, gives him 44 yards and 3 carries.
6:07 to go in the second quarter plays. The Clippers break the huddle, and they get set to see what they can do here. Second down play. They have two receivers, one far right. There's the snap, the handoff, and the first down for the Clippers, and inside the 10 as Ethan Northey picked up some big yardage. He got down to the Triton 5-yard line.
Be a 20-yard pickup for Northey, gives him 30 yards. And a first down for the Clippers at 5. First and goal.
Yep, at the Triton 5-yard line with 5:40 to go in the second quarter. So it's going to be first and goal for the Newburyport Clippers. And the backs, Northey and Green. They're the backs. Deep back is Northey. All right, Shea takes the snap, hands it off to Northey, who goes into the middle, and maybe he picked up a little bit. Oh, he snuck in. I didn't see that. He never quit.
Wow, he just kept driving his feet forward. Nice effort by Ethan Northey for the touchdown.
Man, he hit traffic right at the line of scrimmage, but he kept going and going and going, and he got the touchdown, and that makes it 13-0. Newburyport with a lead over the Triton Vikings right now with 5:14 to go in the second quarter. So it's 13-0, and here's the extra point attempt. That one is up. It hits the goalpost. That's no good. So 5:14 to go in the second quarter. It's Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football live in the Legends, WNBP.
That's a nice drive for the Clippers, all on the ground, with Northey picking up 25 yards and Green picking up 36.
And Brendan Trago set to kick it off here from the 40-yard line. There's a high boot end over end, and it comes down right at the 20-yard line. And Boyle brings it up on the far side, and he gets the ball over the 35, and taken down shy of the 40. Looks like they'll put it right around the 37-yard line with 5:08 to go in the second quarter of play. So Guthrow in on the stop there. And now, with 5:08 to go in the second quarter, Triton finds themselves, they've got to get something going here.
So they start out at their own 37-yard line.
Field position not all that bad. Two receivers on the far side, two on the near side, one back. Send a man in motion. There's the snap, and they hand it off to Boyle. Boyle runs to the right. He gets the ball over the 40 to about the 42-yard line. So it'll be a second down play coming up for the Triton Vikings.
Yeah, 5-yard pickup for Boyle.
So Nation, and Guthrow on the tackle. 4:47 to go in the second quarter of play. Newburyport up 13-0. Triton with the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for them. And they have two backs. And there's the snap, and caught in the backfield. Luke Boyle got taken down, and Dylan Guthrow in on the tackle. He's just shot right in there.
It looks like he lost the 5 yards. No, let me see where they spotted. They're going to be at the 40. Okay.
Yeah,
the 2-yard loss.
So that'll make it 3rd and 7 for Triton with the ball at the 40-yard line. The Triton 40-yard line for the Triton Vikings. Here we go. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter of play. There's the snap. Whitman looks, throws to the near side. It is caught at the 45-yard line. The pass complete to Nick DeRocher, and that wasn't enough for a first down. So they should spot that right around the Yep, they're going to put that down at the 44. So it's going to be 4th and about 4 for the Vikings. So that wasn't a good drive for Triton on that time with 3:51 to go in the second quarter of play. They were looking for at least a first down to keep it going.
Well, this is the 5th punt of the game for him.
So Ellsworth Rogers.
It might be a fake.
As the Vikings change the formation, and now a timeout.
Newburyport calls timeout. That's their 3rd. It was a good hit. That's a good timeout there because it looks like Triton was going to do a fake there.
So the Triton Vikings find themselves trailing 13-0 here with 3:51 to go in the second quarter of play. And as we mentioned, Triton really with a nice turnaround from their fortunes that they've had the last couple of years. Last year they only won 1 game.
Yeah, 1 win. But you can see they're coming on. They were a young team last year, and you saw them coming along. Though every game they started getting better. So see what happens now. 3:51, they'll go back into the punt formation again.
All right, they again line up. Ellsworth Rogers back to do the punting, and he's lined up right around the Triton 30-yard line. Pacheco, the deep receiver for the Newburyport Clippers. He's positioned right around the Newburyport 30. There's the long snap and the kick from the 32, and it is going to come down at the 20-yard line. Pacheco has it, tries to go to his left. Now he goes up to his right, gets spun around, and he gets taken down shy of the Newburyport 25-yard line with 3:36 to go. That was well covered by the Vikings, as Jonathan Pacheco really had no place to go. Well, they spot the ball at the Newburyport 25-yard line with 3:36 to go here in the second quarter of play. And then Newburyport breaks the huddle. Clippers would love to get one more score here. And they have 2 receivers split out to the right. There's the snap, and they hand it off to Northey. Northey goes left, and he got hit. He hopped along, and he fell down right around the Newburyport 32-yard line. Nice second and third effort by Northey. Oh, he picked up about 8 yards, we'll call it.
Yeah, look at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 2.
So 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Newburyport up 13-0 over the Triton Vikings. Newburyport has the ball. There's the handoff as they run it straight ahead. Peter Green gets the ball to about the 35. That might be enough for a first down, depending on where they put the spot. Luke Boyle on the stop, and yep, the Clippers get that first down. There haven't been that many first downs, have there?
4 for Newburyport so far.
So 2:47 to go here in the second quarter of play. Newburyport up 13-0. They have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Backs are in the I formation. You have Northey, and Northey gets the ball, and he gets stopped right a little bit past the line of scrimmage. So Boyle and Rogers on the stop.
2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8.
Just watching Ellsworth Rogers make that stop, you know, we often see him kicking, and sometimes we don't get a chance to focus as much on the defense as we should, but he's a big guy, and he's got some speed.
He does move well for a big guy.
2:25 to go in the second quarter of play as Mike Shea brings the play in from the sideline. It is going to be 2nd and 8 for Newburyport. They have the ball spotted at their own 38-yard line. And the Clippers have Northey and Green in the backfield. And they fake the handoff, and there's the pitch out to Northey. It popped up in the air, and he was able to hang on to it. A nice play by him. Luke Boyle on the tackle. He was playing very tight defense, but that was a scary, scary play by the Newburyport Clippers. This is the second or third time that they've had a play like that where they pitch it out at the last minute and the receiver isn't able to really take the ball in cleanly.
That was a tough one. It was actually it was a lateral backwards, so it goes as a run instead of a pass. Even though he threw it overhand, it was behind the line. So ball's back to the 30-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and 15.
With 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And I think they might be, just notifying the coaches, say 2-minute warning, pal. All right, so it's
clock says 2:15.
So it's spotted at
That's
the.
supposed to be the official.
Yeah. So they have it at the Newburyport 30-yard line, and the Clippers, again, slowly as they get back to figure it out. Tyler Tarian is going to line up wide on the right-hand side. On the far side is Pacheco. So here we go. There's the snap, and Shea gets hauled down as he went back to do the pass. But Jake Gilbert making the tackle, and Shea really had nowhere to go.
No.
Gilbert just ran him down.
I didn't know if that was going to be a pass or a run. It just happened so fast. Timeout, Triton.
So the Vikings call a timeout at 2:04.
So what was that, about a 7-yard loss?
So no wind tonight over at World War Memorial Stadium. Just about no wind. As just as we mentioned that, the flag starts to furl around. And it's going to be a 4th and some long yardage. They have the ball back at the 27-yard line. A punting situation for the Clippers here on the 4th down play. And they get the kick off. It bounces at the Newburyport 45. And it takes a Triton bounce and it's down by the Clippers at the Newburyport 42-yard line with 1:54 to go in the second quarter of play. So the Triton Vikings have some good field position to get started here in this drive. It'll be 1st and 10 for Triton with the ball at the Newburyport 43-yard line and 1:54 to go in the second quarter of play. Triton is trailing 13-0. There's one back. There's the snap, and they hand the ball off to Luke Boyle, who runs right. Boyle gets hit at the 40, and he moves his feet ahead to get down to about the Newburyport 37-yard line. So it's going to be a second down play coming up for the Triton Vikings. They have the ball inside the Newburyport 40 at the 37 with 1:33 to go in the second quarter of play. One back for the Vikings as Whitman takes the snap, goes back, wants to throw. Oh, he gets chased, puts the ball up in the air, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended for Cashman. Boy, but he was chased down quite readily by the Newburyport Clippers. Didn't get the name of that truck.
But yeah.
So the Vikings have a 3rd and 5 with the ball at the Newburyport 37-yard line with 1:19 to go in the second quarter. Again, a single back. There's the snap. Whitman has to pick it up off the ground, puts it up in the air. It is almost caught inside the 20-yard line. Beautiful play by Jack Germanara. He jumped up in the air to try to grab it, but he couldn't control it, and he went out of bounds. The pass fell incomplete. He was being defended by Chance Carpenter. So that stops the clock with 1:11 to go in the second quarter. Newburyport leading 13-0. And Triton looking at 4th and 5. So they'll go for it here as Boyle shifts over to the right. Whitman gets set out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and he fakes the handoff to Boyle, and Whitman ran right, and he got the ball down to about the 35, and Triton turns the ball over on downs.
It'll be Newburyport ball.
So the Triton Vikings not able to get anything untracked so far in tonight's ball game with 1:04 to go in the second quarter of play. Newburyport with a lead at 13-0. They have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Clippers break the huddle. They have Tarian wide to the right on the near side. Pacheco in the slot. Backs are in the I formation. There's the snap, and they hand it to the first back through, and there's not much of a gain there, if any. And getting that call was Peter Green. So Green picks up about a yard on that. That'll be 2nd and 9 for Newburyport as they advance the ball to the Newburyport 37-yard line, and 42 seconds on the clock as it continues to wind itself down.
I don't think it's got any timeouts left.
So the Clippers break the huddle, and they have Terrian again lining up wide on the right-hand side. Pacheco in the slot. The backs are in the I formation. And a blitz, and they hand the ball off to Northey, who runs left. He gets the ball over the 40 to about the 41. And we're down to 10 seconds to go in the second quarter as the clock continues to wind its way down. Third down play coming up for the Newburyport Clippers. And now they are just going to let the clock expire, and it does. And at the end of the half, the score is Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football live in the Legends, WNBP.
Winning number for the 50-50 drawing is 451-7079. The winning ticket is 451-7079. If you have that number, you can go to the session and select the winning.
Port Media would like to thank the following sponsors without whom the coverage of high school sports would not be possible. Institution for Savings, who also sponsors the player of the game. Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant. Pentucket Medical. Appleton Eye Associates. Newburyport 5-cent Savings Bank. Port City Sandwich Company. And Nick's Pizza, who also is the Feed the Crew sponsor. Port Media greatly appreciates their support. If you are interested in sponsoring local programming, contact me, Sarah Hayden, at 978-961-0350.
What card do you
You got the starting second half crew out in the middle of the field, and then you have all the walking wounded for Newburyport. There's 9 of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries. Yeah, a lot of injuries.
Yeah, some are on crutches, some are in casts.
So a good thing for the Clippers is they're going to be receiving the opening kickoff here in the second half when they lead 13-0.
And lining up to receive for Newburyport on the far side, that's going to be Jonathan Bajako, and also back there is Drew Bordeaux. So Ellsworth Rogers is going to be doing the kicking as they get set for the kick here. Actually, that's Max Lukenbacher. He does the kick, and the kick is picked up by the Clippers, but Jaco has it, and he's worked his way up to the 40 and the 45 before he gets taken down by Lukenbacher.
Yeah, that's a 23-yard run by Bajako.
So they spot that one at the Newburyport 45-yard line, and we are underway here in the third quarter of play at World War Memorial Stadium, with Newburyport leading 13-0 over the Triton Vikings. A shutout going for the Newburyport Clippers right now. So yeah, we've had quite the high school football season this year, Richie.
There's been some good games, a lot of good games. We talked about the Newburyport losing to Pentucket 19-13. Newburyport lost to Pentucket 14-7, and Triton lost to Pentucket 19-13, and Triton lost to Newburyport 19-13. So a lot of close games.
All right, there's the snap as the Clippers hand the ball, and a nice run by Peter Green. Green hit the line, and then he just rolled over and dove forward, and he got the ball over the 50 down to about the Triton 48-yard line. So a pickup of about 8 yards will give it on that.
Yeah, I think it's Green, 58 yards.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 2 for the Newburyport Clippers with the ball at the Triton 48-yard line. There's the snap, and Shea pitches it out at the last minute. It goes over to Northey on the far side, and Northey cuts to his left. He picks up a first down, and he gets taken down at the Triton 41-yard line.
It'll be a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, Mark Boyle in on the tackle on that one, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Newburyport at the Triton 41 with 10:05 to go here in the third quarter of play. And Newburyport with a 13-0 lead. So Shea brings the play in from the sideline. And Green, along with Northey, they are the backs. Northey, the deep back. And there's the snap, the handoff to Green, or to Northey. No, that was Green. Green went right into the middle of the line, and he got the ball to about the 40.
Yeah, 1 yard pickup. Be 2nd and 9.
So Moran in on the stop. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Newburyport with the ball at the Triton 40-yard line and 9:20 to go in the third quarter. Just want to remind folks that the WNBP Shop Local for the Holiday $1,000 shopping spree gets underway about 7:20 on Monday morning. You want to be listening for the cue to call. You know you want to listen. Backs are in the I formation. 2nd and 9 for Newburyport at the Triton 40, and the whistle blows.
That's the first penalty against Newburyport.
So the Clippers get called for an illegal procedure. That'll push the ball back to about the 45.
Yeah, a little anxious on the wide out on the left side. Moved a little too quick, so it'll be 2nd and 14.
8 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Newburyport with a lead of 13-0 over the Triton Vikings. Lining up wide on the right side is Drew Bordeaux. Down on the near side left, it's Terrian. And they hand the ball off to Northey, who gets the ball to about the Triton 45-yard line, and he gets taken down there. Not much of a gain. He'll be 3rd and some extra yardage, 3rd and about 14.
Well, we've had yet to have a 3rd down conversion today. Newburyport's 0 for 4, Triton's 0 for 6.
And that really does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, Newburyport's 1 for 1 on 4th down plays, and Triton's 0 for 2.
So the Clippers are going to be sending Pacheco and Terrian wide to the right. Backs are in the I formation. That's Green and Northey. Shea takes the snap, looks to his right, puts it up in the air, little screen pass. It's complete, and it's complete over to Northey. Northey gets the ball to about the 40, and now it's going to be a 4th down play with about 8 to go. So that one didn't quite work out for Newburyport on that series of plays.
4 yards.
7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. And Newburyport with the lead of 13-0. There's the punt by Trago, and it bounces at the Triton 25-yard line. It goes out at about the Triton 20.
20-yard punt.
So the Vikings are going to be starting it out here at their own 20-yard line with 7:16 to go. It's Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. We're in the third quarter of play. You're listening to high school football live with the Legends, WNBP. Gets the ball up to about the Triton 23-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 for Triton with 6:51 to go here in the third quarter of play at World War Memorial Stadium. As Bradbury, or rather Whitman, gets set, takes the snap, pitches it out, and
nice
here's the run on the near side at the 40, the 45, and taken out of bounds. Luke Boyle with a nice run there as he was able to zig and zag, and he picked up some big yardage. Matt Hayden on the tackle.
That was their first down, but it was a nice block by DeRocha on that to really break him loose. 47 yards.
So Luke Boyle apparently getting the call tonight. He's got his name on the playbook. He's been doing a lot of running. 6:19 to go in the third quarter. There's the snap. And Whitman throws on the far side of the field. It is incomplete. So the pass intended for James Wood over on the far side. That makes it 2nd and 10 for Triton with the ball at their own 47-yard line and 6:12 to go in the third quarter of play, with Newburyport leading Triton right now 13-0. Of course, earlier in the game, we kept saying, hey, they have plenty of time, but now time is starting to get a little bit short. Vikings seem a little disorganized as they finally line the ball up. Boyle sets up right of Whitman, and they hand the ball. No, they fake the handoff, and they give it to Whitman, who got nailed right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Beaupre hit him hard.
Beaupre was in there. Dylan Guthrow in there, too. He took a hard hit, and he's adjusting his face mask. But it's going to be a third down play coming up for the Vikings. 3rd and about 7 to go, with 4:54 to go in the third quarter of play. All right, Whitman gets set. He has a single back. That's Boyle. There's the snap. Whitman goes back. Lutz puts it right down the middle. It is intercepted by the Clippers inside the 35. And Northey brings the ball up over the 45, taken down at about the 47. And an interception by the Newburyport Clippers. And the Clippers get control back. Big play for Newburyport.
That's the second turnover of the day, both against Triton.
So 5:24 to go in the third quarter of play. Newburyport gets the ball on the interception, and Newburyport leads 13-0, and they have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Backs are in the I formation for Newburyport. You have Northey and Green. And there's the snap. The handoff goes to Green. He gets across the 50 down to about the Triton 49. So a nice pickup of, well, about 3 yards, maybe 4 yards. We'll call it 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for Newburyport with the ball at the Triton 49-yard line with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter of play.
So Clippers trying to capitalize on this mistake.
And Northey and Green are the backs in the I formation. Terry in the split out to the left on the near side. There's the handoff to Northey, who runs to the right, and then he gets pushed back. But before that happened, he was able to get the ball down to about the Triton 48-yard line.
Yeah, he picked up one to be 3rd and 6.
So Moran on the tackle for the Triton Vikings. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Newburyport with 4:27 to go in the third quarter. And they have the ball spotted at the Triton 48-yard line. So the Clippers would love nothing more than to get a third down conversion.
Yeah, they haven't got one yet.
And we're almost all the way through the third quarter.
Triton just got their first one.
All right, backs are in the I formation as Shea gets set, takes the snap, wants to throw, and he drops the ball, loose ball, and he recovers it.
Yeah, he was sacked on that one.
Boy, was he taken in. Luke Boyle right on top of him, and Luke Boyle had his eyes on the football too, but Shea was able to reach out and grab it and haul it back in. So on that third down play, a busted play for the Clippers, and that is going to be making it 4th and about 17 for Newburyport with the ball at the Newburyport 40-yard line. Punting situation, the Clippers put it up in the air, gets a Newburyport roll, and it is inside the 25, and it comes to rest inside the 20 at about the Triton 17. 3:19 to go in the third quarter of play with the score, Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football live on the Legends WNBP. Memorial Stadium. Wynn Damon along with Richie Eaton, Matt Knight, our engineer. While we were gone, Luke Boyle ran to the right, or left rather, for a pickup of a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Triton Vikings with the ball at their own 17-yard line. So Whitman takes the snap, puts the ball up in the air, and it's caught right around the 30-yard line. And the pass hauled in by Jack Germanara. And that's a first down for the Triton Vikings. They desperately needed that one.
Yeah, ball's at the 31 now, 1st and 10. That was a 12-yard completion.
So 2:32 to go here in the third quarter of play. The Vikings need to start to move the ball, and it would be better if they could move the ball quickly. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, single back, set off to the left. As Whitman takes the snap, hands it off, and Luke Boyle runs straight ahead. He gets the ball up to about the 35. So it'll be a 2nd down play coming up for the Triton Vikings. 2nd and about 6 with the ball at the Triton 35-yard line. Matt Hayden getting credit on the tackle there. And 3 receivers split off to the left. Here's the pitch on the near side. Luke Boyle had it. He was able to control it, but he stumbled and he ended up losing about a yard. That might be a case of just trying a little too hard.
Well, it was kind of low, that snap. He did a good job just to grab it. It's a 3rd and 8 at the 33.
Yep, and a minute 27 to go here in the third quarter of play. Triton is trailing Newburyport 13-0.
These quarters move by fast.
As Wood is lined up on the split out to the right. 2 receivers on the left. And Luke Boyle, the back. And here's the pass, and it's incomplete, intended for James Wood. He was right around the Newburyport 45 when that ball hit the ground. That stops the clock with a minute 3 to go here in the third quarter of play.
Chance Carpenter on the coverage on that play almost tipped it away, but it was overthrown, but he almost deflected. He had good coverage.
So a 4th down play coming up for the Triton Vikings, and it's a punting situation here. They showed a fake punt earlier in the game, but I don't know, probably wouldn't want to do that at this point, at this position on the field. And Rogers gets the kickoff from about the 30, and it comes down to the Newburyport 30, picked up by Pacheco. He's at the 35 as he goes to the right and taken down shy of the 40. So the Clippers are going to be having it inside their own 40-yard line with 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. The score is Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live on the Legends, WNBP. Well, we were gone. Ethan Northey getting the handoff, and he got the ball to the 39-yard line, the Newburyport 39, gain of about a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for Newburyport with 18 seconds showing on the clock here in the third quarter of play. Shea pitches the ball out on the far side over to Northey, and Northey gets caught just shy of the line of scrimmage. Moran and Luke Boyle in on the tackle there, and that could be very well the last play here in the third quarter at World War Memorial Stadium. The score is Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live on the Legends, WNBP.
high school.
Yeah, at least I'm out here. You guys are patrons.
We're just joking.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hold up, Brian.
They have the ball spotted at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah.
Just getting set and getting ready to open up the fourth quarter of play. So as we do that, the Clippers with the lead and the ball. And let's see what they can do here. There's the snap, and Shea fakes the pass, and he tucks it in, rolls over to his right, still with the ball. Now he looks like he's going to run for it, and he evades one tackler, another tackler, and he gets bumped out of bounds right around the 45-yard line.
Not enough. He picked up 6 yards, but it's going to be not enough.
Nick DeRocher making the final bump to get him out of bounds. So that will make it 4th and about 4 for Newburyport, with the ball at the Newburyport 45-yard line and 10:46 to go in the game. So Trago back to punt, and Luke Boyle back to receive for the Triton Vikings. Boyle gets the punt off from about the 35, and he bounces inside the Triton 35 and kind of stops right there. 10:38 to go in the game with a score 13-0. Newburyport with a lead over Triton. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live on the Legends WNBP.
It's a sign of good business to have a good-looking business sign. That's why you need to call Newburyport Signs and Graphics on Market Street, next to Bartlett's Cove Pet Care. Newburyport Signs and Graphics can design and make any type of sign you're looking for. Banners, too, along with those sight signs used by contractors and realtors. A-frame signs along with window and vehicle.
Second and 5, 39. Whitman, back the pass. Goes downfield, and it's complete. Wood on the reception. And it's down to Newburyport's 33, maybe. Newburyport 34. That was a 27-yard completion.
So 9:51 to go in the game, and the Newburyport Clippers and the Triton Vikings going at it here at World War Memorial Stadium. And on the snap of the play, the Vikings fumbled it up, or bobbled it, and they were able to cover it back up right around the 38-yard line. And it's going to be second and about 12 for the Triton Vikings as they have the ball at the Newburyport 38. There's the handoff over to Luke Boyle, who runs to the right, and Boyle gets taken off down right around the 35-yard line, right along the sidelines. So 9:13 to go.
Third and 12 for 36.
Yard line.
Offside Newburyport. Third and 7.
time at 8:53 to go in the game. And the Vikings have the ball at the 30-yard line. Whitman puts the ball right down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete.
Nice defense.
Right around the 10.
What was that, Bordeaux, and that nice defensive play?
Yes, that was Drew Bordeaux making a nice stop right there.
Broken up by Drew Bordeaux.
4th and 6.
4th down and 6.
Another low snap. Whitman has it being blitzed, and it's incomplete. Good pressure by the Clippers that time to knock that, force a incomplete pass. The Clippers take over on downs.
30-yard line. Yep.
There's a handoff.
Peter Green, the ball carrier.
And Green picked up a couple of yards.
Well, we're back at World War Memorial Stadium with Dave along with Richie Eaton and Niter Engineer. We apologize for the technical difficulties we've had recently. The score, though, well,
Second down and 8.
To that, having made as we are, 13-0, with Newburyport with the lead over the Triton Vikings.
Ball's at the Newburyport 33.
Ourselves here at World War Memorial Stadium. So the Clippers have the ball right now. It is 2nd and 8 for Newburyport. They have the ball at their own 33-yard line. There's a pitch as Northey tries to come around on the near side, and he slips as the ground must be starting to get a little bit
Northey, the ball carrier.
slippery right now with the 2 out.
That's by Moran.
Yeah, he's 31-yard line. So it's going to be a 3rd down play coming up for the
3rd down.
Newburyport Clippers as they have the ball at their own 31-yard line.
Ball at the 31-yard line.
On the clock here in the 4th quarter play at World War Memorial Stadium. And we apologize for our technical issues, but we are back on the air. We appreciate the patience for that. Newburyport has the ball 1st and 10, and now there's a little quick pass, and the ball goes over to Northey. Northey can't get out of the backfield.
Pitch out to Northey.
As Shea was hit just as he was getting the ball off.
Tackled by Rogers. There's a loss of yardage on the play.
By 2 defenders right at the same time.
It was a 5-yard loss.
Didn't really work out for him.
4th down and 14.
So 6:51 to go here in the
Ball at the 26 for Newburyport.
It's going to be 4th and about 14.
Brandon Trago to punt.
Punting situation. Trago gets the snap, and he gets a kickoff. It's a short one. Rolls around the 45 to 40, the Triton 40, and it'll come to rest around the Triton 38.
Ball is down at the Triton 38-yard line.
Timeout with Newburyport leading Triton 13-0. You're listening to High School Football Live in the Legends on WNBC.
Oh, is that what happened? We're still hooked into this, though, right? Yeah, okay. So I can get rid of this stuff.
All right, we are back here at World War Memorial Stadium. Win Damon along with Richie Eaton, and the ball is spotted at the Triton 44-yard line with 6:07 to go. Newburyport leading 13-0, and this is a big possession for the Triton Vikings. They need to get something going. Whitman puts the ball up in the air at the far side. It's caught right around the 35-yard line and taken down right around the 30. So Wood making that catch, and 5:52 to go in the game. So, okay, so Wood on the far side over there making that catch. First down for Triton, and the ball inside the Newburyport 30, spotted at the 28-yard line with 5:52 to go in the contest. Triton trailing 13-0. They have the ball, and Whitman hands it off to Luke Boyle. No, Whitman hung on to it. He faked me out. I thought he gave it to Luke Boyle, but Whitman hung on to it, ran to the right, and he got the ball inside the 25 to about the Newburyport 23-yard line. So it's going to be second and about 5 for the Triton Vikings. 5:28 to go, and Whitman puts the ball in the air, and it's off the hands of Nick DeRocher. Incomplete pass. He was covered by Jonathan Bajeko. So that stops the clock with 5:22 to go in the game. Triton trailing by a score of 13-0, and the Vikings have the ball at the 22-yard line. The Newburyport, or the Newburyport 22-yard line. It's 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. Whitman takes the snap, and he fakes the handoff, tries to run straight ahead, but the Newburyport defense sniffed that one out, and they were able to make the tackle right away. In on the tackle, Tom Sachs, and a couple of other Newburyport defenders. So 5 minutes to go in the game, and it's going to be 4th and 4 for Triton. They have the ball inside the Newburyport 25-yard line. As Whitman looks around, takes the snap, looks to his left, puts it up in the air, and it is intercepted by the Newburyport Clippers. Jonathan Bajeko jumped in front, intercepted it. Nick DeRocher brings him down from behind at the 35-yard line, and the Newburyport Clippers have forced another turnover, and they get the ball back with 4:45 to go in the contest, and they have a lead of 13-0. That was a big interception. So the Newburyport Clippers have the ball at their own 35-yard line with 4:45 to go in the contest. Clippers sent a couple of receivers out on the left-hand side. Terrian's on the right. Backs are in the I formation. And they hand the ball off to Green. Green runs into the middle of the line, and he picks up a little bit of yardage. And they'll spot the ball at about the Newburyport 37-yard line to make it a second down play, 2nd and 8. As the clock stops with 4:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. Newburyport with a lead of 13-0. So a timeout as the Vikings want to see what they might be able to pull off here. Newburyport, of course, just looking to run the clock out. And the Clippers stack the field on the right-hand side. There's the snap, and Shea hands the ball off to Northey. Northey runs to the left, and he gets stacked up right around the Newburyport 41-yard line. So that will make it a 3rd down play coming up for Newburyport with 4:21 to go in the game. Moran in on the stop. Ball spotted at the Newburyport 41-yard line. So Mike Shea getting the call from the sideline as he brings it in. And let's see what they can do here. It's 3rd and 4 for Newburyport with the clock under 4 minutes now. They send Bajeko wide to the left and Terrian wide to the right. He's been fairly quiet, Tyler Terrian. And there's the snap and a little blitz. A blitz on the Clippers, and that one works, as they were able to break right through and get that tackle. Coming in on the stop with Jake Gilbert breaking in. So the Vikings call a timeout with 3:41 to go in the game, and they trail 13-0. Newburyport with a lead. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live on the Legends, WNBP.
Why? Buckley said hi to you lately? Yeah, I just saw him the other day. Oh, nice. What? What's Justin need me to do? No. I just heard some stories. What? I know your age and everything, right? Yeah. You know, 21 you're allowed to buy things that a lot of kids can't do. Yes, I know. Do not allow anyone to influence you. Yes, I have the idea that can't.
Memorial Stadium, 3:41 to go in the game. Newburyport with a lead of 13-0. And punting situation for Newburyport. It is 4th and 9. Clippers have the ball at their own 36-yard line. Oh, almost blocked. Trago gets the kick off, and it comes down right around the Triton 45-yard line. So James Wood makes the fair catch. They spot the ball at the Triton 44-yard line with 3:34 to go in the game. Triton trailing 13-0.
That was the 9th punt of the day for Newburyport. Newburyport's 0 for 9 on third down plays, and it's their 9th punt.
So, yeah, quite often we just don't see games like this. This is every game is a little bit different, and this one certainly has been too. Well, there's a pass, and it's complete to Woods on the far side of the field as he runs out of bounds right around the 45-yard line.
That's enough for first down.
And the Vikings pick up a first down. So Brad Whitman making that complete pass. It's 1st and 10 for Triton. They have the ball at the Newburyport 45 and 3:28 to go. 3 receivers on the left side. Whitman takes the snap, runs to his left, puts the ball up in the air, and almost picked off by the Newburyport Clippers, making a diving slide. Dylan Guthrow, I don't think he expected that one.
No, that would have been a lot of room to run if he caught that ball.
And we have seen Dylan run, too. He's got some speed for a big guy. 3:23 to go here in the game, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Triton with the ball at the Newburyport 45-yard line. So the Vikings getting set. They seem, well, for this play anyway, a little bit disorganized, but they have it lined up. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and a single back. Whitman takes the snap. He goes back to throw, looking, puts it to the right, far side, and it's in right off the fingertips of Nick DeRocher. Boy, he was being defended by Chance Carpenter, and the fingers just could not grasp that ball for Nick DeRocher, so an incomplete pass for Triton to make it a 3rd and 10 with 3:17 to go in the game. That was a beautiful pass, but a tough incompletion.
Yeah, the pass was right there, just a little bit overthrown, but it was almost right on target.
So the Vikings make some substitutions. As far as the formation goes, they have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, single back. And Whitman takes the snap, shotgun, rolls to his right, puts it up in the air. Looked like it got deflected, and it goes incomplete. So that'll bring up the 4th down play.
Well, they got to go. They'll have to go for it here, no question about it. Be 4th down and 10.
So the ball at the Newburyport 45-yard line with 3:10 to go in the game, and Triton trailing by 13 points. They've yet to score. We'd have to check their history, see if they've been shut out yet this year. I don't think they have.
I don't think they have.
So there's the snap as Whitman rolls to his left, puts it up in the air. It is caught right around the 30-yard line and taken down. Coming up with the catch, Justin Cashman. So a first down for the Triton Vikings, and there is an injured player for the Triton Vikings out on the field, and that is Luke Boyle. Luke Boyle is down. He was hurt a little bit earlier in the game, and now he is down right now. And the medical staff from Newburyport ran right out to him, and the Triton staff is out there now. So that stops the clock with 3:02 to go in the game. Triton is trailing Newburyport 13-0, and we'll take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football Live on the Legends, WNBP. We're back at World War Memorial Stadium as they got Luke Boyle off the field, and there was a pass from Whitman to Wood, and it was complete inside the 30. Gain of a couple of yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 for Triton. They have the ball at the Triton 25 with 2:13 to go in the game. All right, Woodman back, and he puts the ball up in the air. Intercepted by Pacheco of Newburyport. Pacheco at the 10, the 15, and he gets the ball up to about the 20-yard line, and that's it. So Pacheco intercepts the pass from Brad Whitman, and that was a big play for the Newburyport defense.
Yeah, another big play. That's their third interception and 4th turnover, so that should just about ice up for the Clippers.
And that stops the clock with 2 minutes to go here at World War Memorial Stadium. So the Clippers get the ball. They have it at their own 20-yard line. 2 minutes to play, and they have a 13-point lead. So the name of this game is possession.
Yeah, Clippers just hold on the ball now, run out the clock. Triton needs 2 scores.
So the Clippers line it up, 2 receivers to the right side. The backs are in the I formation, Northey and Green. And there's the, they fake the handoff to Northey, to Green rather. Northey gets the pitch, and he gets the ball on the left side. He gets the ball back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about half a yard gain on that. And the Triton Vikings call a timeout. Minute 51 to go in the game. We'll take a timeout, too. It's Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. You're listening to High School Football Live in the Legends, WNBP. Okay, back after this. We're back at World War Memorial Stadium. Win Damon along with Richie Eaton. A minute 51 to go, and Newburyport really just has to ride it out.
Yeah, I think Triton's got 2 timeouts left. I think they've caught at least 3 so far, so they probably have 2 left, so they can stop the ball maybe 2 more times, and that'll be about it. So the Clippers like to get a first down, and that'll really do a good job towards running this clock out.
So the ball at the Newburyport 21-yard line, and the Clippers are looking at a 2nd and 9. You have Green and Northey as the backs. They are in the I formation, and there's the handoff over to Northey, who works his way through the middle of the line, and he gets the ball up to about the 30-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down. Let's see where they actually do the spot, and it is a first down for Newburyport with a minute 44 to go in the game.
It's only the 2nd first down in this half for the Clippers.
It's been that kind of a game, a very strange game, but one the Newburyport is ahead right now, 13-0. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Newburyport with the ball at their own 30-yard line, a minute 25 on the clock as it continues to wind its way down. Again, the backs are in the I formation. You have Green and Northey. Shea bobbles the ball, and he grabbed it as it popped up in the air. That was like the old hot potato game.
Yeah. Problem with the exchange that time. It's a couple times that's happened where they've had trouble with the exchange. Triton just called a timeout. So it'll be 2nd and 16.
So the Vikings calling a timeout with a minute 6 to go. We'll just hang on to it here. Again, we sometimes focus a little too much on the ball itself and don't really pay a lot of attention to the offensive line. Not sure if maybe there's a new center in there or some new assignments in there, but those things are tough to track if you're not watching the team 24 hours a day. All right, it's going to be it's going to be 1st and 15 because they lost about 5 yards on that one. 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. As the Clippers have the ball at their own 25-yard line with 1:06 to go in the game. Newburyport with a lead of 13-0. Shea takes the snap and he hands it off, and Chance Carpenter gets the ball. He runs to the right and he gets the ball up to about the 25. So that'll put the ball at the 25-yard line, the Newburyport 25-yard line, and it'll make it 3rd and 15, and a minute to go in the game with Newburyport having the lead of 13-0 and a timeout on the field. So the Vikings, let's see how they want to play this one out.
I think, was that their last timeout?
I believe it was their last timeout.
Yeah, I thought so. I didn't see the signal, but I wasn't looking.
So you have a football game going on tonight, and that's the Amesbury Indians. The Amesbury Indians are in action tonight.
Hosting Winthrop.
Winthrop, and you have the Division III North Sectional Championship game tomorrow at Pentucket when the Pentucket Sachems host Bedford. So that should be a good game, and the weather's going to be fantastic, so might want to take that one in. You're looking for high school football. A minute to go in the game. 3rd and 15 for Newburyport with the ball at their own 25-yard line. And they hand the ball off. The ball going over to Green, who ran to the left, and Green got stopped right around the line of scrimmage, maybe loss of a yard. So that'll bring up a 4th down play for Newburyport, 42 seconds on the clock. So a punting situation for Newburyport. Trago back to do the kicking. James Wood is going to receive the punt, and he's positioned right around the 50-yard line as the Clippers let the clock run down to 24 seconds before the punt gets off, and Wood catches it right around the 45, and Justin Cashman jumped in, and they threw a penalty flag down there. My guess is that Cashman must have touched Trago without getting the ball.
Yeah, that's going to be a personal foul. That'd be a first down.
So the Triton Vikings get called for roughing the kicker. Really, there haven't been very many penalties in today's game.
That's the second one against Triton, and Newburyport said 2. But that's a big one right there because that gives Clippers the first down, and now they just run the clock out.
And just 16 seconds left on the clock. Not much time to run out, but still something that the Clippers would very happily will do with the lead of 13-0. So Shea takes the snap and puts down the knee as the clock runs down to under 10 seconds, and that's going to do it. We have wrapped this one up at World War Memorial Stadium with the score, Newburyport 13 and Triton nothing. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to high school football live on the Legends, WNBP.
Port Media would like to thank the following sponsors without whom the coverage of high school sports would not be possible. Institution for Savings, who also sponsors the Player of the Game. Giuseppe's Italian Restaurant. Pentucket Medical. Appleton Eye Associates. Newburyport 5-Cent Savings Bank. Port City Sandwich Company. And Nick's Pizza, who also is the Feed the Crew sponsor. Port Media greatly appreciates their support. If you are interested in sponsoring local programming, contact me, Sarah Hayden, at 978-961-0350.